Eliana Sarwick, daughter of the late Lord Sarwick. You are just in time for the ceremony. Were you close to my father?
You have changed much in 15 years, little sister.
Alistair, why have you returned? We don't need you here.
Harwin told me of father's death. It was my duty to come.
15 years without any news. And he had to die for us to see you again. You would have done better to stay where you were.
I do not doubt that my departure was difficult for you.
Difficult? To say the least. Your disappearance was our father's ruin. Do you know how long I cried after you left? And how long I hoped for news of you?
I am sorry. I left Westeros without once turning back, it's true. I understand your reaction. It must have been unbearable for you. But I had to leave. Know that I never forgot you.
That's easy for you to say. And you should know that we here learn to live very well without you.
I understand your reaction, Eliana.
I doubt it. Go pay your last respects to father. We will speak later.
Так, здрасте, с вами снова Саша Иванова. Мы снова проходим вестеросские новости, кстати. Да. Мы снова проходим Игры престолов.
Above all else, you place the prosperity of the family, so valued in the eyes of the...
Простите, что отвлекла. Старенький был дед.
Who is that man?
Вы какие-то
I
одинаковые.
believe that is the elder Sarwick, the one who disappeared. He has certainly changed, but I recognize him.
Ого, ты умеешь делать понтовые вещи. Эу. Эу. Мужик. Он что, его поджег? Ну, в принципе, почему нет? Что-то мы ничего не поняли. Ну ладно.
How could you desecrate our father's body that way?
I desecrated nothing. I performed the final kiss, the tribute that priests of R'hllor pay to the dead.
You may be a red priest, but you should respect the beliefs of Riverspring.
I did not intend to be disrespectful, little sister.
Do not think that it is easy for me to speak with you after all this time.
Please, Eliana, listen. I left Westeros without a goodbye, and you have every reason to be angry with me. 15 years ago, the war that King Robert Baratheon fought to claim the throne forced me to commit deeds which haunt me still. The very idea of returning to you was too painful. I did the only thing left for me to do. I left and began a new life elsewhere. Not long ago, I received a letter from Maester Harwin telling of father's death. I could no longer hide myself. It was time to confront my past. What I regret the most, Eliana, is that by fleeing to the other side of the waters, it is you whom I wounded.
All these years, I have thrown a veil over your memory. And you return
Ребят,
at a moment
вы
when everything is
как-то...
in turmoil. I must be alone for the moment. I will see you later, Alistair.
Take your time, little sister. I understand.
Alistair, Maester Harwin would like to speak with you. He awaits you in the castle courtyard. And if I may add, you should be ashamed of that kiss during the ceremony.
My thanks, Ravella. I shall go and see him.
Господи, ну поцеловал, да поцеловал. Нормально. Так. Я просто смотрю вообще что-либо. С тобой можно поговорить, да? С тобой нельзя поговорить?
I am not sure there is more. I am sincerely sorry. Unless you are truly ready to listen to me, it would be best that you leave.
As you wish.
Тебе голос молодая бабуля сделали. Так. Я могу туда выйти? Тоннель. Ну, по логике могу, но... двор. Давайте в тоннель сходим. Угу. Вопрос нет. Угу. То есть, насколько мы будем беседовать, настолько, возможно, всякие... Буду обдумывать. В идеале бы... Может, хотя бы меч я смогу купить. Мне нужен... Это все стрелы, да? Стрелы у меня зазубренные можно только. Купи. У меня и так есть старый щербатый. Что вообще у меня? Хотя бы старый потертый меч. Один. Старый потертый меч. Да, охренеть цена. Спасибо. Так. Инвентарь. Положи его к себе. И... А здесь больше не продают какой-нибудь, я не знаю, броню. А, вон у меня деньги есть, кстати. Так, это все мое. Броню, говорю, не продаешь? Не. Арбалет. Так, подождите. Значит, что у нас вообще возможно? Ну, все ближневик. Затупленная стрела, если только. И короткие клинки с легкими доспехами. Ладно, хорошо. Здрасте.
Ah, Alistair, there you are. Please leave us. So, you're not too unsettled by the situation here?
Давайте страдаем.
What I saw of the town upon my arrival was enough. It is a disaster. The people cannot go on like this. I have heard tell that neighboring lords have taken our people's lands.
Indeed. The poverty has worsened over the years. When neighboring lords became aware of your father's situation, they took advantage of the opportunity.
But they have no right to do so. Our lieges, the Lannisters, should have been notified.
Indeed. But our relations with them have suffered since your father held Tywin Lannister responsible for your departure. It was after his death that your sister decided to reopen talks by going to see the most influential member of their family. That is why she requested an audience with Queen Cersei Lannister at the Red Keep. It was made very clear our lieges will act once our land has a new master. So your sister worked towards this end. River Spring has belonged to House Sarwick for generations. Ilyana has refused to marry a lord from any other house. So, the Queen has chosen a man for your sister.
Who is it?
Valar, your father's bastard son. Your half-brother.
Valar. I left Westeros hoping never to hear that name again. It is out of the question for my sister to marry him. He shares our blood. How can the Queen condone a marriage which goes against nature?
You realize that if Ilyana were to wed another lord, she would take her husband's name. Being a bastard, Valar has no family name. It was the only solution to keep River Spring for House Sarwick.
Ну, почему королева-то понятно.
What has changed? He was but a simple squire when he went off to war with me. Only a knight may marry a lady.
Valar rose through the ranks and was knighted. The Queen took him into her service.
Valar served House Sarwick. How did he get close to the Queen?
Seeing him return alone from the war, your father blamed him for your disappearance. No matter how much Valar claimed to work for the prosperity of House Sarwick, your father wouldn't hear any of it.
Ну,
He
кстати, да.
cursed him and chased him away from River Spring for good. Your half-brother was mad with rage and left seeking vengeance. Apparently, he spent several years at the Citadel, using education to compensate for his low birth.
A maester cannot become a lord.
He never became maester, but stopped at the rank of acolyte. He learned the art of war, studied the higher mysteries, and forged links.
Ну,
He
ну и
was
хотя
then
бы.
thrown out of the Citadel several years later for studying the forbidden arts. He's been a sellsword ever since. His
Короче,
reputation
отстойно
spread quickly,
сорвал.
and royal ears
Я
heard
не
of
знаю,
him.
красные
In
жнецы,
2 years,
жрецы,
he went
жнецы.
from simple soldier to the Queen's Guard. He moves in the shadows. The nobles of the court fear him.
How do you know all of this?
I went with your sister to the Red Keep in King's Landing for her audiences with the Queen. It is there that I learned what I know of him.
Valar. He has taken too much from me already. I cannot just stand by while
Не
he
говоря
marries
уже о
my
том, что это
sister.
гребаный инцест.
There is something else of which we should speak. I would have liked to spare you this. I do not believe that your father's death was an accident. There are certain indications that lead me to believe that he was poisoned.
Are you sure?
Believe me, Alistair, I know this subject. The Strangler is a difficult poison to detect, but it leaves certain traces that cannot be caused by
Охренеть.
anything else.
Ну давай, были у отца враги?
And you have no idea who it could have been.
I am not certain, but there are rumors of a possible culprit.
Tell me who it is.
This may overwhelm you, but the rumors say that it is your younger brother, Gawain.
Gawain. He was but a child when I left.
He and Lord Reynold had some serious quarrels, and he disappeared on the very night of your father's death.
Шикарная серия.
We've had no news of him since.
Why? Why would he have done such a thing?
Maester Harwin, the people are rebelling. Rioting has broken out throughout the town.
With all of this pestering discontent, it was only a matter of time before this happened.
Tell me, does the River Spring Guard have the situation under control?
For now, they are securing the entrances to the castle. Barricades protect us from a direct attack. But the streets are inaccessible to us. We have too few men. The guard is overwhelmed.
Who is behind this revolt?
I think I know who leads them. I crossed paths with a certain Tyrek when arriving, a rabble-rouser, telling the people to take up arms.
Tyrek? I heard some guards say that he was getting people worked up in the marketplace.
How did things get this far out of hand?
Well, the lords left the castle after the burial, with their fine clothes and all, whereas the villagers are starving. All of this flaunted wealth must have pushed them too far. Everything erupted. The villagers began to attack the lords, taking them hostage.
You said that the revolt is being led from the main square. We must go there immediately.
Captain Ryman says that it's impossible. Our men are barely managing to keep them at bay at the castle doors. There are not enough of us to attempt an escape.
Where is Captain Ryman?
He is at the doors. He's the one that ordered the barricades.
7 hells! If Ryman deals with it, the revolt will end in flames and bloodshed.
River Spring has already suffered too much. I must join Ryman. River Spring needs me. I will not watch our land fall into ruins without acting.
Very well, but I beg you to be careful. You are a Sarwick. Act as a liege, Lord Alster, and know that your acts will have consequences.
I will do what must be done.
I am sure you will.
Шикарный у тебя цепь, чувак. Давайте попробуем. Придется, наверное, драться. Что, в принципе, очевидно. Очень любит игра трындеть. Так что, если это как бы не по вашу душу, наверное, вам лучше и не смотреть. Я даже просто не знаю, буду я этого или нет. Но, скорее всего, буду. Почему нет? Не так-то много людей на него летсплей делали. По крайней мере, из моих знакомых. У меня сейчас пёса вообще нету. Хорошо. Давай.
Well, well, look who's here. Dear Alistair. What have you come for, my good cousin?
I hope you're thinking more clearly than you were earlier.
I have no lessons to learn from a coward.
Let's not start that again. Ryman, I did not come here to fight with you. What can you tell me of the situation?
We've almost regained control of the southern part of town. My soldiers are about to clean it out, but in the marketplace there are still skirmishes between rioters and people loyal to our cause. Nobles who came to the ceremony are still being held hostage by rebels on the docks in the northern part of town.
Very well. Let's go, Ryman. I want to see this for myself.
Really? His lordship would like to see this for himself? Well then, I'd be happy to accompany you to see this. I cannot wait to see you reason with this gang of peasants. I hope that blade at your belt is not just for decoration. Here, take my flask. You might need it.
Спасибо. Только я до сих пор не умею их одевать. Люди, заряды, перстни, сапожки. Ну, получается, на поясе у меня не висят. Ну и где на поясе у меня висят? Ну ладно, не суть. Ладно. Хорошо. Так, способности Глора. Подожженный враг. Блин, не знаю. Ну, давайте подожженный враг. Думаю, это будет круче. Сейчас на паузу, ребятки. Так, ребят, продолжаем. Как я понимаю, мне нужно в каждый дом зайти. Мне броню дадут. Не дали броню. Мужик, ты со мной. Блин, ты со мной идешь. Охренеть. Ты что, меньше меня? Да, в принципе. У меня есть сопартиец. Ха-ха-ха. Так, тут нужно быть внимательнее, как я подозреваю. Мне кажется, людям было...
There you are, Captain. We were about to execute these men. They must learn who's in charge here.
These people must have committed serious crimes if they are to be executed.
They were amongst the rioters. They must be guilty of something.
If you execute people without reason, the situation will only grow worse. Allow me some time to question.
What should we do, Captain?
These vermin don't deserve such kind treatment. But fine. Let's see what my cousin is made of.
Ну, мужик, ты молодец. Давай с тобой.
Tell us why you're here, friend.
They started it. We just came to ask for something to eat. Shut your mouth, scum. You killed one of our men in the port, and you will pay for that.
This guard claims to have seen you at the port storehouse.
I was there with the others to demand food, my lord. But I'd already left when that guard got an axe through the head.
What is this man being accused of?
My lord, this man was seen in the port, where the rioting broke out.
And you suspect that he is responsible for this unrest?
One of our guards was killed in front of the storehouse. Someone must pay for that.
Let him go.
Very well.
Что, за каждого я вот так буду спрашивать?
This man was found near the dying body of one of our men. Look at him. He's pissed himself. You don't need more proof than that.
What were you doing near this guard's body?
I beg of you, my lord. I am innocent. I swear it by the seven.
That is not what I asked. Why were you close to the body?
I am innocent. I did nothing. I killed no one.
This man apparently killed a guard.
Какой-то он
Everything
слишком...
leads us to believe it, my lord. We found him carrying an enormous knife.
What were you doing carrying a knife?
Well, because I'm an apprentice to the butcher in the marketplace, my lord. I use the blade in my work, nothing more.
Did you find him with the blade in his hand?
No, We found it in his pouch, but the blade was caked with dried blood.
Dried blood, you say? The blood would still be sticky and fresh if it belonged to our man. Let this man go immediately.
Very well, my lord.
Ребят, с каждым,
You're
блин.
finally to die. Piece of shit. I've nothing to do with all this. I don't give a damn. You've been a pain in our asses for far too long.
For what crime do you wish to punish this man?
He belongs to an organized gang currently ruling over the port. They hold the merchants to ransom. They all pay with coin. We have good relations with the merchant. Protection. We finally have... River Spring will be better off without him.
What were you doing during the rioting?
I live in the inn overlooking the port with some friends. A group of
Вот ты мне не
armed
нравишься.
guards arrived and dragged me off. So, that is River Spring justice, huh? Quick executions without reason?
Send him to the dungeons.
Our friend already... You're making a great...
Баба. Баба?
You'll pay for what you did, whore.
I wish you had been in your squalid house as it burned.
If you set his house on fire, you do realize that a lord can cut off your hands for far less than that.
Please, don't. Your guard there. He took... I found her in tears.
You can't call that rape. The girl didn't...
I'll get you and make you eat your own shit.
Your behavior is the cause of all this. You are the only person here who deserves punishment. Send him to the dungeons while I decide his fate. And let this woman go.
I cannot thank you enough, my lord.
Are you done, my lord? Yes, but no one is to take such decisions in the future without telling me first. Try to at least hear what they have to say before passing sentence. Is that understood?
Yes, my lord.
Так, ладненько.
So that is how you plan to quiet the rioting, by getting the townsfolk to side with you.
А кто, если не я? Скажи мне, чувак. Не, на самом деле, ну... Сейчас зажгем. Зажгла, блин. О, шикарно, мне дали рукавицу. Может, я еще что найду? Я не думаю, что принял сторону оборванцев, просто их нужно понять, некоторых хотя бы еще. Чувак, блин, я на плащ сначала подумала, что ты делаешь другие вещи, ладно. Я просто думаю, что это... Иногда их обалгивают. Ну, как в случае с бабой, мне кажется, было.
Open this gate. I'm going to town.
Understood.
Пилец. Так. Мужик.
What is going on here? There's an angry mob on the other side of the door. We closed the portcullis behind them. The idiots are stuck inside, but they should be fine. The door is strong.
Open this door immediately. We'll try to reason with them.
I'm not sure that would be very wise, my lord. They're pretty wild in there. But if that's really what you want to do...
Так, убивать. Ладно. Давай, так и так. Ну, окей. Поехали. Ага. Давай. Оп, оп. Go. Ой, у меня горит меч. Охренеть. Молодцы. Так. Ну, конечно, жалко, но... Раз могли раз перебили, так перебили. Что теперь? Парой проблем меньше. Нет, я гуманистка по жизни, просто... Бывает, знаете, толпа обессиленная в связи там с чем-то. Пацаны, вы что делаете?
Stop. Leave that man be.
We're just taking back what is ours. These cursed lords have made our life hard for far too long.
Perhaps you want us to slit your throats, like the vultures you are.
Looters caught in the act will be executed. I advise you to go home before this happens to you.
I won't risk my life for this shit.
Гоняшка. Поэтому. Так. Сюда не пройду. Там что-то люди перебиты. Эпс. Пацаны, не. А, то есть вот это вот я, походу, поджигаю меч, да? Угу. Круто. Да и вот это в одной рубашечке. Шикарное пламя, просто охрененно. Мужик живой? Мужик живой. Нормально.
Many thanks, my lord. I don't know if I'd still be alive without your help.
Ну, вот таких казнить надо.
I think I can get into the castle on my own.
Ну, конечно, чувак, тебя сбивали бутсами, а ты в броне.
The town has gone completely mad. We must stop this as soon as possible.
You have to knock these idiots around to get them to understand.
Not this time, Ryman. The people of River Spring are our responsibility. I'm going to put a stop to all this senseless killing.
Так. Мужик стоит. Старинный меч дали. Охренеть, хочу старинный меч. Эу, мужик. Мужик нельзя. Рапира какая-то. Давайте возьмем рапиру. Шикарно. Мужики няу. Go. А, у меня в руке пламя, я... О, господи, какой я понтовый. Нате, вот такой. Оп. Я просто блочусь. Да, это я просто блочусь. А теперь давай, go. Че он меня чуть не убил дубиной? Ладно, поняла, блочится нехорошо.
Did you listen to this man as he begged you for mercy?
But he just struts around in finery while we starve.
I should slit your throat for what you did. Leave here before I change my mind.
Слава богу, он живой. Лорд. Но я буду добрым. Так. Стражника прибили. Да нет, мужик, нет. Ты мне не должник. Это просто я тут. Робин, ты что задумал? Да Япона, мать, уйди.
What are you doing? This is no time to...
I know it better than that. There's nothing to keep me here any longer.
Those guilty of this will be judged, be they villagers or guards. I will never...
The people who did that to my own blood, they'll pay too.
Мужик, я думаю, мы найдем их.
Shit! The captain of the guard! Not a step further, but we will kill all of these lords.
А, это лорды. Нет, пацаны, вы не убьете.
They're going after the burial guests. How do you want to proceed, Alistair?
People of River Spring, I am Alistair Sarwick. Why are you attacking these innocent people?
We've been dying of hunger for years, while these lords and ladies with their jewels just strut around us like peacocks.
Start by letting these people go. Nothing can be resolved while you still threaten them.
Free them? You must be joking.
Что он
The
тут?
port merchants are all penniless. We ask only for enough to buy new wares and reopen our stores.
Our lands are sick and the castle is low on coin. But these lords here are under my protection, and River Spring will pay for their release. Ryman, hand them your purse. Eliana will repay you at the castle.
You have some guts. I'll make sure you repay me. Here, beggars. Now get out of my sight.
Thank you, Lord Alistair. You acted like a true lord.
Да, но кузен...
Your talents as a diplomat are equal to your father's, Alistair.
Your compliment warms my heart, Varys. You should take advantage of this calm to go home. The situation here should return to normal soon.
You're right.
Лорда вообще пох, честно.
You acted admirably, my lord.
What were you doing, Ferryman?
The lords wanted me to help them leave the town, but these brutes attacked. It's a good thing you arrived when you did. I didn't think I'd...
А тебя-то за что?
Pay a ransom? You are aware that our coffers are empty.
Ну а что нам теперь делать? Позволить им убить лордов? Нет, не вариант. Согласись. Хотя бы придумаем, что мы можем заплатить. Сами не можем. Перчаток дают. Вообще, как будто мне по одной. Я пойму, если ты меня будешь пытаться потом убить, крутой рыцарь, но просто, блин, ну не убью. Чувак, дайте чинить куплю. Тут есть щит. Щит Дункана, ну простите, это для меня все-таки. Броню что-то здесь я не вижу. Хорошо, что я не лучник. Прям салат.
You are completely mad. Nothing good will come of this revolt.
You'd better think well, Baker. If you're not with us, you're against us.
Please, Preston, just listen to yourself. We've lived in the same town since we were little.
Пацаны только не между собой.
What's going on here? Attacking the castle guards wasn't enough for you. You have to fight amongst yourselves too.
There are the guards. Milords, we are faithful to House Sarwick, and we're trying to calm them, but it's impossible to make them listen to reason.
Traitors! You wish to continue living in squalor and eating only what the lords shit out?
Silence! I am the son of the late Lord Sarwick. Who is behind this revolt?
He's a merchant who works at the port, goes by the name of Tyrek. He's well respected by the people of River Spring.
At least he's one of ours. He suffers with us and fights with us. He's the only one who's dared to act while we die in squalor.
I understand. I will ask that food from the castle be distributed. But first you must stop this revolt.
You would do that? Swear by the Seven, and we will put down our weapons.
The Seven are not my gods. I swear to keep my word by the divine light of R'hllor.
I know nothing of your god, but
The people will never be aback.
Oh, thanks, Milord.
Unfortunately, River Spring has seen too much of its own blood these last hours.
Tyrek promised them that there would be no innocent victims, and
My Lord Sarwick, Tyrek, the leader of the revolt, has turned up at the castle doors. He will only negotiate with you.
The traitor finally It's time to put a stop to this madness.
Do not take this man lightly. Guard, tell him I'm on my way.
Very well, my lord.
Так, будем осторожней. Все-таки мятеж такой мятеж. Да, я няшка. Слушай, может, ты доспехов мне какие-нибудь продашь, а? Пожалуйста. Охренеть. Так, легкий. 212. 296. Легкий тип. Кольцами. Ни хрена себе, у меня нет столько денег. Кузнец. И чё мне толку? Капюшоны. У меня столько и денег, блин, нет. У меня 32 серебряных. Я могу только вот эти купить. Я не могу даже вот эти купить. Мужик, давай попозже, ладно? Я пока справляюсь, в принципе. Да, куда-то. Ну да, в принципе.
Open the gate. I'm returning to the castle.
Very well.
Я просто через него пройду.
At last, the man who everyone is talking about, the famous Alistair Sarwick. We already spoke on the quay. You pretended you were just a foreigner.
Да я
But
помню.
now that you're with your guards, you finally show your true face.
This morning I was only a stranger, but the situation has changed and I have to act. You are the man who started the rioting which led to a full revolt.
You know nothing of our problems. Your family sits warm in your castle while we die
Жрец
of hunger in
Глора,
the
дебил.
streets.
He proved that he is on our side today, Tyrek. He preferred to use River Springs coin to appease his wealthy allies on the wharf. But he was generous in his judgment, and he was able to stop the slaughter in the marketplace.
I've made decisions which may seem unjust to you, but they were for the good of River Spring. Our town is where it is today because ties with the lords of the Westerlands have been cut. To bring our lands back to health, we must gain the trust and support of the lords.
Unfortunately, your efforts seem to be in vain, Alistair.
May the lords of the Westerlands rest easy. From now on, I will do everything in my power to restore River Spring to
Я,
its
может,
former
что-то
glory.
неправильно сделала, но...
You disgust me. You reveal yourself for what you are. Despite your actions during the rioting, you defend the privileges of the Lord.
Дебилы, иначе на
Nothing
нас
changes.
нападут.
The people will continue to die of hunger for the Lord's feast.
During the rioting, the people of River Spring did not die of hunger. They died by the sword, Tyrek. Do you not take any blame for having brought about these massacres? River Spring has suffered heavy losses on both sides, the people and the guards alike.
The guard will fight to the end for the survival of River Spring, but your decisions did not help us at all. You're so interested in gaining the people's love that you'll lead the town to
Да
ruin.
я понял, мать.
You can't rule the town with weak actions.
The people no longer support you, Tyrek. Your cause means nothing now.
He's right, Tyrek. The rioting was foolery. Many of our people died today. Leave it be.
Я как-то не так
Enough
прошла.
bloodshed, Tyrek. Accept your defeat. Accept your situation. You have no support anymore.
You may have calmed them with your pretty speeches, but I know that it won't change and we'll just keep dying.
I will rebuild River Spring again if it costs me my life.
Хотя тебя убью.
As for you, Tyrek, the matter ends here and now.
Ха-ха-ха. А у меня нет вела? А, у меня нет вела. Как у меня нет вела? Как же я... Классно я дерусь. У него есть зубы, походу. Так. Давай, Алистер. Пуф.
You succeeded, Lord Alistair. These riots very nearly destroyed River Spring.
Но я все пораздал.
You address me as Lord now?
Although you do not officially hold the title of Lord, you have shown that you have the soul of one. From this point forth, I shall address you as such.
I shall try to be worthy of your trust. The town may be appeased, but I could not please everyone.
It is difficult to lead. Your choices will always leave someone unhappy. The important thing is that you made decisions where others would simply let the situation deteriorate. The decisions you made today brought peace back to River Spring. That is all that matters.
He is right, Alistair. I never thought I would say this, but River Spring needs a man like you. It would be a shame for you
Я
to
так
leave now.
признательна.
Thank you, Ryman. Rest assured, I do not intend to leave. Not anymore.
Good to hear.
Now that this matter has been taken care of, I would like to carry on our discussion regarding my brother, Game.
Not here, Alistair. It has been a particularly delicate matter since the death of Lord Reynold. Find me at the castle.
Understood.
Так, мы друг друга поняли. Ну и, собственно, давайте на этом закончим. Всего вам самого наилучшего и до следующей серии. Пока-пока.